Hello, welcome back. Today, finally getting around to that bow as promised. Now, bow has actually seen a fair few changes with the Brachy, as much as everything has. However, there are a few interesting things that you can do with the Brachy armors and Furious Rajang within the bow meta, I suppose you could call it. Now, I'm going to go with the standard bow meta here, because there are ways in which you are able to use 3-piece Safi, 2-piece Valkana, and utilizing Coalescence only, it does outperform the Silver Rathalos meta. However, you are obviously taking the health drain from Safi armor, as well as you're now having to manage yourself getting in and out of blights to proc Coalescence on repeat. Yes, it does that out damage Silver Rathalos, like I said, but health drain plus blights, it does lead to a bit of a mess. So unless you are like a top tier pro god, I 100% do not recommend. And as you can see, I'm not exactly faring too well against a good old Tio here. So might be because I don't play bow too often anymore. I'm going to be covering the Silver Rathalos meta and then something of my own design, which is literally not even a % less in damage, but I personally feel they are a lot more comfortable, and I will show you why in a minute. Firstly, we're going to go over the two builds that are sort of away from the typical, simply because they're able to use different pieces that allow you to use different things and get you a little bit more damage, and that is of course the fire arrow and the thunder arrow. I'm saying arrow like they're called to rough. The fire bow and the thunder bow. Now, this doesn't really get too much from the Brachy update, other than obviously you can increase your defense so much more, but you might notice the Furious Rajang arms for the Stamina Surge 2. So we're using the Safi Hellshot just because it is that damn powerful, with a Challenger and Physique decoration. Augments are 3 element and 1 defense, and the awakenings are element 6 followed by an abundance of element 5. Silver Rathalos Helm Alpha because it has fire attack. Tenderizer. Silver Rathalos Male Alpha again because it's got the fire attack, along with using an expert in there. Rajang Beta, Furious Rajang mind you, with Physique, Mighty, Expert. Soul Coil Beta with 4-shot and Expert, and then Silver Rathalos Greaves with Spread and Tenderizer. We are also utilising the Master's Charm on that build because of where we are using the Alpha. It's a lot less intensive on the decorations, but we're able to make up for it simply by using the Alpha pieces to get the fire attack in there. Much the same with the Thunderbow, Safi Bolt Shot. We've got a Tenderizer Physique in the bow this time. Affinity, Defense and 2 Element, because we've got to make up a little bit of traction because of the gloves we are using. Element 6 followed by the bonus of Element 5. Soul Helm Beta, Silver Rathalos, with Physique Dual 4 and a 4-shot. Silver Rathalos Male Beta with Expert Dual 4. Kirin Gloves Beta because they've got attack 3 in them, thunder attack 3, along with a Bolt Dual 4, Tenderizer. Silver Rathalos Coil Beta with Refresh Expert and 1 more Bolt Deco, and Silver Rathalos Boots with Refresh Expert, Mighty Bow and Expert. This time we are running the Challenger Charm 5, which you, in case you don't know, you can now upgrade from level 4 to level 5. How amazing is that? Now, this is the fire bow that I use. So we've got a Blaze Dual 4 in the weapon. We've got a Defense Augment with 3 element. Element 6, 5, 5, 5. And then we've got the Silver Rathalos Essence because we're making up for it. Tenderizer Challenger in the Alpha Helm. Expert in the Alpha Chest. And then we've got Furious Rajang with Physique, Mighty Bow Expert. Silver Rathalos Beta Waist with 4-shot Expert. And then Raging Brachy Boots with Spread, Dual and 2 attack, still rocking that Master's Charm. Now this build, the benefit of it is you do have stamina surge in there, so it's a lot more comfortable. You have higher effective raw, but as we know it's all about the element with bow, and literally the element is just missing the element 5 awakening. Other than that, it's basically the exact same build. I just find my variant a bit more comfortable to use because I'm not that proficient in a bow. Maybe you will find the same as well. Pretty much same detail with the Thunderbow. Decorations have moved around slightly, but the build is essentially the exact same. Overall, this build does feel slightly less powerful simply because of the thunder hit zone values. They're still a bit weird, but again, it is quite comfortable, though most of the time when I have to use a Thunderbow, I go for Blast anyway, just because it looks cooler. Now, Thunder and Fire are the only two odd ones out. All other elemental bows, I'm just using Aqua Shot here as an example, so feel free to change the elemental bow and weapon as you see fit. But the remainder for Dragon, Water and Ice will use this just with their respective element. So we've got a Refresh Expert in the weapon, Affinity, Defense and 2 elemental augments, and then maxing out element in the awakenings. Tenderizer, Physique, Spread in the helmet. Element of Choosing in the chest, Element of Choosing and a Mighty Bow in the gloves, Expert level 4 in the waist, along with obviously another Expert, and then in the Raging Bracky Beta boots, we have a Refresh Expert with 2 more elements of your choice, depending on how you want to go, with the Challenger 5 charm. And as always, I do something different because I'm special. Which Shock Horror is pretty much the exact same as what I've already been showing. Again, the EFR is higher, but the effective element is just a tad lower. I generally find this works slightly better against monsters that don't have as good a hit zone values, but against something like Diablos or Fulgur, the meta does clearly outperform it. I just find mine more comfortable. It's there for variety if you feel the need. Again though, try them both, pick and decide. I'm aware possibly the having to awaken it to get the Silver Rathalos essence is going to be a bit of a nightmare, but choices, what can I say. And last but not least, we have the Meta Bow with the Safi Shatter Bow running Tenderizer Physique, Attack Element, and then status up level 6 and then level 5 awakenings throughout. Safi Helm Beta with Challenger Attack, Safi Crest Beta with 4-shot multi-bow, Furious Rajang Beta Gloves with Attack Tenderizer Expert, Furious Rajang Beta Waist with Spread and Attack, and then Safi'Jiiva Boots with Refresh Attack Tenderizer Expert, and we're running the Fury Charm 5 here for Resentment level 5. Grand total of 813 effective raw, which is completely beatable. I present to you 831 effective raw. Slight dip in the blast damage, but it doesn't really even seem to make a difference because I got the exact same amount of blast procs when testing both builds. Tenderizer Physique Jewel in the weapon, attack, elemental augment, and then smacking a load of attack awakenings. As you can see, this will go higher because I've only put level 5s in. You could put level 6 somewhere. Safi Crown Beta with Challenger Attack, Safi Chest Beta with 4-shot Mighty, Furious Rajang Beta with Attack for Tenderizer Expert, Raging Bracky Beta with Spread Attack in the waist, and then Safi Boots with Refresh Attack Tenderizer Expert, still rocking that Fury Charm 5. Oh, thank you very much. Anyway, have fun, good luck, and don't die. It's bad for the health.